Hi everyone, it's Angela Palmer here from Stamp with Angela. It's great to have you live here with us or watching the recording later. So I'm going live today and I'm hoping to make this a regular live. Hopefully each Thursday afternoon I'll be able to go live and share some creations and things with you today. So my focus today is the new exciting new in colours, the 2022 to 2024 in colours, and also the tea boutique suite and bundle and things. So I'm going to show you the in colours and show you some things with that particular bundle, and we're going to make a card today. So I'm going to turn my camera around and show you the creation and the products and things, and we'll get started. So just give me a moment as I have to just turn my camera around. It'll go a bit blank for a minute, but that's okay. I am coming. All right, there we go. Hopefully you can see my table now. All right, just getting the right focus there. Okay, so this is a card that I'm going to make with you, and it features, like I've said, the exciting new in colours and this stamp and die set as well, the tea boutique suite. So let's first have a look at some of the exciting new in colours. So I don't know if you've seen them yet or know what they are, but here we go. So we've got this reddish one, which is called Sweet Sorbet. The green here, Parakeet Party. We've got Starry Sky, and which is kind of a dark blue. We've got a kind of purpley colour here, which is Orchid Oasis, and then a cool fun blue here, Tahitian Tide. So these are the exciting new in colours, and they work really well together, and the Tea Boutique suite features it quite a lot. So let's just have a quick look at that and then we'll get on to some creating. So in the annual catalogue, if you have a look on page 12 and 13, you'll see the Tea Boutique, and you can see some of the colours that are featured here. We've got the Sweet Sorbet, the Parakeet Party, the Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. So they are all in colours, along with crushed curry added to it as well. So you've got your papers, some cards, and this is the set that I've used to make today's card. And I don't know if you notice on my card, but in the background there, can you see those wonderful colours, and can you also see kind of some sort of shimmer to it as well? So that is the new Glimmer Paper. So if you have a look at the in colours, so the in colours here are on page 122, so you can see them here with cardstock and ink pads and all those kinds of things. And then we also have the Glimmer Paper, which I will quickly find for you. And that is on page 139. So they come in 6x6 squares. So that's what I've used as the background to my card. So welcome to all those that are joining us. Great to see you. Thank you for being here live, and I'm sure some of you will also enjoy the recording later. So these are the Glimmer Papers, aren't they cool? So can you see that sparkle? I'm sure they're much better in person, but a 6x6. And so that's what I've done to create my strips. Okay, so I'm going to move my ink pads out the way. We're going to use a couple of those colours shortly and get creating. So along with so I should actually show you the stamp set. So this is the stamp set, the Cup of Tea stamp set. And I've used that to stamp my leaves and flowers and things, which can then be die cut. You can stamp the cups, but I have chosen to die cut it, and this is what the die cut set includes. So a couple of cups, and then cutting out other bits and pieces as well. With that Tea Boutique set is a lovely set of designer series paper. So you've got lots of bright, colourful patterns, cups, teacups, flowers, leaves, and all sorts of wonderful patterns here. and then oh, we missed one at the back, and then over the back, so they're bright, lots of different colours, and then if we turn it over, then you've got more sort of 1 or 2 colours featured, light pinks and green stripes and other patterns and things. So quite cool designs. So I haven't used the papers in my card today, but they do coordinate with this particular set. So what we'll do is we will get started very soon. Right, so I have pre-cut my strips. So my strips are 1.5 centimeters wide, and they're all about 10 centimeters long, except I've done one which is longer, which is 11.5. So if you have a look in the middle, you'll see that my light blue one, the Tahitian tied, is a bit longer. Now you'll notice with the glimmer paper, it's like an ombre sort of effect, so lighter to darker. So some of them I'm going to have, so it's dark to light, some will be light to dark, and depending obviously where you cut it. They're longer than the actual sheet, so you don't need the full length, so depending on which end you want to cut from. With the glimmer paper, you do probably, I would suggest maybe using a older blade so you don't blunt, because obviously it's a little bit harder to cut than your normal cardstock, so maybe save an old blade for cutting those kinds of things. All right, now with this one I just used a very small sentiment, but I kind of thought afterwards actually I wouldn't mind thank you, but it's quite big. So what I'm going to do with this card is actually stamp it first, and then I can make the strips and things fit around that. So that's what I'm going to do first. So I have stamped it in the Sweet Sorbet. So do you have a favourite in colour with the in colours so far? So I'm going to do thank you, because I like to make thank you cards. So it's going to be slightly different positioning with this one, because obviously to fit around that. So I kind of want to have just sort of arrange them first to give me some idea. So I'm going to put my light blue in the middle, and I decide these are similar, these two, they are different, but they're kind of similar. So rather than being next to each other, I put them on sort of opposite sides. So kind of like that. And then I was trying to alternate the darker, lighter kind of texture sort of thing. So it is going to be a little bit different because of that thank you, but we can just make it sort of fit. But I don't want them, you know, all the same lengths and that kind of thing. So what I did was I started with my middle one first and then kind of worked outwards. Then I arranged it from there. So let's start with that middle one first. I'm just using some liquid glue, but you could use tape if you preferred. So I'm just going to put them to the side, and hopefully, which way did I go? Light to dark, put it in the middle, and it will be straight, I hope. I'm going to work on this side first because I've got less flexibility with my sentiment. Maybe we'll go higher, lower like that. You can arrange it as you like, and if you want to, of course, you can trim them and adjust the lengths to maybe cut it down a little bit if you felt it wasn't going to fit. I want to go above that one this time, do a bit different, and try and have even spacing. So I've got the darker up there, so I'm going to go for lighter, and I want to sort of stagger that a bit. So it's just giving it an interesting background. All right, over here, now on this one I've stamped a little flower, so I will try and leave a bit of room for that. And I'm going to go that way around. So probably maybe like that. But yeah, you can just play and adjust as you like, because there will be a focal point in the middle too. So that's to create a background. I've used glimmer paper. You could use designer series paper, whatever's kind of scraps and things you've got lying around. Just going to bring that down a little bit. Okay, I've got slightly less distance on than that side, but that's okay. It looks, you know, interesting, but once I kind of put everything together, I'm sure it will look good. So let's just stamp my flower in the top corner. So this is just an individual flower. I could leave it blank, but I quite like that. Now let's do our teacup and things. So the dies, so this one here I've cut out of the Orchard Oasis, and it's just a solid cup, and my solid cup has disappeared, so I might have to cut another one, but I have pre-cut this one. And what I did was I put some adhesive sheet on the back, because when you peel it, it's quite narrow and it's quite thin. So to try and put glue and things on it is quite hard. So yeah, by having the adhesive sheet, it makes life a lot easier. So if I can't find my solid teacup, see if it's fallen on the ground, I will quickly cut out another one on a scrap piece of card. Oh, here it is on the floor. Okay, so let's get rid of all those little bits. So here's my teacup, and here is the pattern design. All right, so what I'm going to do is peel it, and then I'm just going to start sticking it down and make sure it all lines up. So I'm not sure if I can do it with my finger, or I might just need to use my take your pick tool to just get it started. There we go. So it's a bit delicate, but let's just peel some off. This is really good if you've got quite intricate dies and you want to adhere it. Saves getting all gluey and messy. Just line it up and it just sticks so well. Look at that, easy peasy. All right, and then we've got to do this bit here. So on a scrap piece of basic white, I'm going to use the Parakeet Party, and then the Sweet Sorbet again as well. So I'm going to stamp this one like so, and this one is a cluster of flowers, but then they cut out individually like so. I'm going to close my ink pad so I don't accidentally get ink where I don't want it. So the dies that go with this will nicely fit, line it up. Now, I don't know if you've seen, but the magnetic plate has come out in the new annual catalogue, and it is now available. It wasn't quite available at the beginning. So this will make, oops, let's move the hair out the way. Yeah, die cutting much easier because the magnetic plate will help keep things in place. So line it up like this, put it through your Big Shot, but for the sake of time, I have pre-done these. Now be careful because those little ones are very small. Okay, so what I've done is, if you can tell with the teacup, I've raised it with dimensionals. I've raised these leaves and things up here, and with my flowers I've put the bigger ones on with dimensionals, but the little ones, they're so fiddly, I just adhered them straight on. So let's do that. Depending on what you've got, you can use big or small. At the moment I've got some big ones, so let's just put our teacup on first. So this is quite a cool set, and I love using the new in colours, so that's very exciting. So let's put that around there, and then we're going to put this, just tuck it under like that. So I'm going to use some of the narrow ones on the edges and put that on the back of my, these ones here. The whole back's come off, but that's okay. Let's put that there. All right, so let's kind of tuck that under. Nice. All right, so then I'm going to find those bigger flowers, put a dimensional on the back of that, and decide where I'm going to put those. Let's have a look at my card. I can see what I did. Maybe one over here somewhere. Where's the other one gone? And another dimensional. So I love using dimensionals because it just makes it a little bit more interesting. Let's put that over there. And then I'm just going to do a dab of glue where I want the others. And they're quite difficult to pick up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the putty end of this. That turn it over and then kind of pick it up. That makes it nice and sticky and easy to pick up. Then I can pop it down there and it just sticks in place. Very helpful. Where did I put the glue? There. And there should be a fifth one, but it has disappeared, so I might have to find that. That's what oh, here it is. Found it somewhere else completely, but it is here, like so. There you go. So a fairly simple card to make, but just showing you a couple of things from the new catalogue. So the in colours, the glimmer paper, and then the new tea boutique bundle, stamp set and things. So just a few other things with the in colours. Obviously you've got all the ink pads, which I showed you earlier. You've got the markers that coordinate. You've got some embellishments, and I could add some embellishments to these in the 5 colours. The red ones are at the top there. There is ribbon, which I do have, but it's in my other room, and even some baker's twine in the colours as well. So there's all sorts of different accents and things that you can add to your creations in the in colours, which is very exciting. And also there are the in colour envelopes and card bases. So this is on the same page as the tea boutique. So they're all the envelopes all nicely printed, and then these are the card bases, so stripes and dots and different shapes that you've got to get started, and you can put something on the front, making it a bit easier and things. So that's quite exciting to use. So there's lots of in colour things. So just a couple of other things in relation to the in colours. I will be doing an in colour club like I did last year. So this month I'm doing my paper share with all the annual catalogue papers, so you can check out that on my blog. And then next month is an in colour club. So basically you get one colour for the month, and you'll get some cardstock, an ink pad, some embellishments, a marker, some of the glimmer paper, some of the designer series paper, which I haven't shown you yet. So the designer series paper in that particular colour as well. And then, and some ribbon, which I haven't got here. So all sorts of exciting things, so you can add a colour each month. So there'll be more information about that in my blog, and I'll share it in a link as well. So I love the new in colours. They're very cool, and I hope you like them as well. And if you ever wondered about becoming a demonstrator, now's a great time, because you can get the starter kit, and as well as the usual benefits of signing up for $189 and getting $285 worth of product, you get for free these in colour items: the grid paper, the cardstock collection, the 5 ink pads, and some of this designer series paper that I just showed you before. So that's worth thinking about. So you may like to buy it as a customer, or you may like to become a demonstrator. And if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator, I'd love for you to join my team. I've got demonstrators from all over New Zealand, so wherever you are, I can encourage and support you, and you can have lots of fun crafting on your own or share it with others. So thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. Fairly easy card, but I just really wanted to show you the new in colours and one of the new products from the annual catalogue. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like the new catalogue, then please contact me about that too, and I'm happy to send you one. So thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again soon. Hopefully this will be a regular feature on a Thursday afternoon, and I hope to see you again. Thanks so much. Bye.